Okay, Haven doesn't have to be featured on this
this
bonus episode. You do not. Oh, but you're embarrassed of the Mario jammies?
Yeah.
It's okay. Everybody, we're gonna get into
Me
clothes
and Beckham are both
after lunch.
Marios. What?
We're getting into clothes after lunch.
Why?
Haven is here. She doesn't be on camera right now. I'm respecting that.
Why not get dressed?
Because if the sun really stays out, we're gonna go outside.
I don't want
Guys, this
to
is a day 9 bonus episode. I already uploaded for day 9, but this is a bonus episode because I told you guys can go ahead and start eating. It is Friday afternoon. Go ahead and start eating. I love Fridays because Lunchables. You guys love Fridays because of Lunchables. I've also got something healthy. Okay, back to bonus episode. Here's why we're doing this. I promised a coworker of mine 2 weeks ago. Sorry, yours is the purple. Oh, this purple. Boom, boom.
Where's mine?
Boom. And now this gets orange. I promised a coworker of mine 2 weeks ago that I would share a story with her. And I'm now going to share that story with her. But I'm going to do it to you guys as well because you have not heard this story.
No.
This is a crazy story, guys. Because 2 weeks ago, where was Dad? Right now.
In the North City.
No, right now. 2 weeks ago, I was in Palm Springs.
Oh.
It was 11:29 a.m. in Palm Springs. My coworker Jameson and I were going to the airport to fly home. Obviously, guys, 2 weeks ago, coronavirus was not what it was. Nobody was locked down in their homes. So Jameson and I are sitting in the Palm Springs airport. Buddy, you can start eating. B, you can start eating.
I don't want to.
Oh, are you embarrassed?
Yeah.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm not as.
Here, you film me. How's that? Then will you be embarrassed?
No, I'm not as hungry. I'm just not as hungry.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay, so bonus episode continues. We were in the Palm Springs airport, and all of a sudden the plane starts to load. Now, Palm Springs to Salt Lake, guys, it was a very tiny plane. Okay, it's a connector plane. There's like 25 rows in this plane. It was small, and as people start to go and get on the plane, the Delta employee is scanning everybody's phones, and she's saying, "Oh, you actually are now sitting in row 6. You have had a last-minute seat change." Okay, she's doing this to everybody. She's like, "Beep! Oh, you are now sitting in row 5." And people were like, "No, I'm supposed to be sitting in row 24." And the Delta employee was like, "No, you're now sitting in row 5." Jameson and I get up there, and we are row 18. She scans ours. Beep. Okay, fine. Go ahead. Go back. So we were clear. We go back to our seats, sit down, and all of a sudden people start chattering up in front of the plane. And they're like, "We weren't even supposed to be sitting here. Our seats were back there." And we hear all these people start to kind of in like hushed whispers, people are starting to say, "Why was there a seat change? Why? I wasn't supposed to be here." And then they started to look back at where they were supposed to be sitting. And guess what? Nobody's sitting there. Like the whole back 6 rows of the plane had been quarantined. And so Jameson and I are we are on row 18. We are the last row where the public is in this plane. Small plane. And I look over, and like 2 rows behind us, there's this poor woman in a face mask. And she's, like, not old, but she's in a face mask, and she's just sitting there very quiet all to herself. And I'm like, and then so Jameson was sitting right next to me, and I'm like, "Jay, I really think that patient is quarantining the whole back half of the plane. And like, you and I are the closest to her." Now again, guys, you have to go back 2 weeks mindset. Today that wouldn't even be possible. People aren't even flying. But we didn't know how serious the coronavirus was going to get 2 weeks ago. So me and my coworker are sitting there the whole flight home just going, "What's going on?" And the people right across this small aisle that were right up there, they kept looking back at us like, "What is going on? What is with this? What is with this?"
Wait, why?
Because we were kind of starting to worry, buddy, that the coronavirus might be a bad thing 2 weeks ago. We didn't know how bad it was. But me and my coworker are on a plane, and the whole back half of the plane where we are has been quarantined. So, not that she will ever see this,
What's
but
quarantine mean?
it was isolated to this lady who was in a mask, who was obviously sick, and they were transporting her somewhere. And so I told a coworker 2 weeks ago, "Hey, in 2 weeks, I've got a really weird story for you. And that's the story, and the reason that I said 2 weeks was because when I arrived home, I told my coworker, I said, hey bud, let's see, but the next 2 weeks brings for you and me, because if that was a corona case, we've just been on a plane with the, I mean, if that was, usually it's about a 2 week window, guys. So day 14 has arrived since me and you, Jay, flew back from Palm Springs. I'm feeling great. Hope you are too. No symptoms, but it's always been in the back of my mind. 2 weeks. 2 weeks from Friday, whatever day that was. Friday the 13th. Yeah, of course. How did I forget? 2 weeks ago, Friday the 13th, and I was like, oh yeah, coincidence. No coincidences. Yeah, it was when I flew back. I've never been more happy to see you guys than that particular trip. That was a crazy trip being in Palm Springs for that. Okay, thanks for that. That's this bonus episode for. Oh, you want more Lunchables? We only got one Lunchable for each of you. You're recycling. Very civil of you. All right, sorry to make B. Oh yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, you don't want to be seen. Yep. But Z. Hey, you do. All right. Send off the bonus episode with a nice send off, Squeak. Day 9. What are we gonna do tonight?
Time all night.
It's gonna do time all night. Movie night.
So we're going to go downstairs. We're going to put all these treats on the table.
On the table. It's gonna be a huge game night. Beckham's Fortnite probably all night. We're hoping we can get his mic set up. And you will be watching Boss Lady Season 3. Okay. Anyways, Cassie, I hope you enjoyed that story. The retelling of that, I kind of did it in story mode for the kids as well. But there's the crazy story I was telling you about. And yeah, Jameson, I hope you're okay with me sharing that. And to the lady that was on the plane, I hope you're feeling better. Whoever you are, wherever you are right now, I hope you're feeling a lot better today. I really do. I said that as I was getting off the plane to you, but I hope who and wherever you are that you're doing okay. And oh yeah, now to continue day 9, guys. Here's what we're doing the rest of the day. School's done for the day. Clarks are jamming to Hamilton all freaking weekend. No apologies. Mr. Age of Enlightenment, don't lecture me about the war. You didn't fight in it.